Imagine the Indian Ocean, right? That huge expanse of blue, and then cutting across it are naval aircraft, keeping watch. It's a powerful image.
Mm,
But what if that image, that picture of our security, just got a seriously high-tech upgrade?
That's exactly what happened yesterday,
I
actually.
know.
Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. The CCS, the Cabinet Committee on Security, made a pretty major decision, a decision that's really going to change things for the Indian Navy, for their air power.
Yeah, no kidding. We're talking 26 Rafale Marine fighter jets, straight from France. And the price tag. Over our ante 63,000 crore. Now, I don't know about you, but to me that's like, I don't know, buying a small island somewhere, a tropical paradise, or maybe a super yacht, one of those ridiculously fancy ones with like everything you can imagine on it.
It really shows you how much importance we're putting on our maritime security. And this is a direct deal, government to government, with France. It's not just about buying jets, it's about the strategic partnership we have with them in defense.
So, this deal, what exactly are we getting for all that money? Well, there are 22 single-seaters. Imagine the skill it takes to fly one of those. And then there are 4 twin-seaters. I'm guessing those are more for training or maybe for missions where you need 2 people in the cockpit.
You've got the aircraft, of course, which are impressive in their own right, but there's a whole support package that comes with it. Things like maintenance, keeping them running smoothly, and the logistics, the whole network to support day-to-day operations. And then, of course, there's training. Got to make sure our pilots and ground crews are ready to handle these high-tech machines.
Right. And then you've got these offset obligations. Sounds kind of technical, but basically, some of this huge investment comes back to India. So imagine the French manufacturer might have to partner with an Indian company to build some parts of the plane, or maybe invest in training our engineers. It helps us build our own industries and rely less on foreign suppliers in the long run.
Exactly. Those offset obligations are there to encourage technology transfer, to get Indian and international companies working together. In the end, it's about helping India build its own defense manufacturing, becoming more self-reliant, a sort of ripple effect of benefits.
Now, I'm sure some folks are thinking, wait, doesn't the Navy already have jets on their carriers? And yeah, they do. They've got the MiG-29Ks on the INS Vikramaditya. So why the Rafale Marines now? What's the thinking behind that?
So you're right to bring that up. The MiG-29Ks, they've served us well, no doubt. But the world of air combat, it changes fast. Global security, it's a shifting landscape. And in that context, the MiG-29Ks, well, they have limitations. The Rafale Marine is a big step forward. It has the kind of capabilities we need to stay ahead of the curve.
We're talking about generations of technology here. The Rafale Marine, it's what we call a 4.5 generation fighter. What that means is it's got a lot of the digital smarts, the sensor fusion, all that stuff you'd see in a 5th generation jet, but maybe not full stealth capabilities. It's like finding that sweet spot. High performance, powerful capabilities. And here's the key thing. It can operate from both of India's aircraft carriers, the INS Vikramaditya and, of course, our very own INS Vikrant. That kind of dual compatibility is, well, it's a game changer for our carrier air power.
Being able to use both carriers, it gives the Navy so much more flexibility. They can reach further, respond to different situations all across the Indian Ocean. It's like doubling our potential power projection points.
And here's an interesting thing. This deal isn't just about the Navy. The Air Force, they already have 36 Rafales, right? Well, it seems they benefit too. This package includes things like ground equipment, software upgrades, all that stuff. It helps them too. It's like getting extra value from the same investment.
Yeah, it's smart, both strategically and financially. Common ground equipment, software, all that means smoother maintenance, easier training for pilots and ground crews, even the whole logistical chain, it gets simpler, streamlined, and in the end, cheaper too.
Now, getting these jets on the carriers, it's not just parking them on deck. The Vikramaditya, the Vikrant, they'll need upgrades to handle these Rafales. It's not like putting a supercar in an old garage, right? The infrastructure has to match.
Exactly. Carrier operations, especially with these kinds of jets, it's incredibly complex. You need the right systems. Integrating the Rafales means making sure they can talk to the ship's systems, share data, work together seamlessly. Those upgrades are essential. It's an investment we need to make to get the most out of these aircraft.
So the big question, why this investment? What's the main strategic advantage we're getting here?
At its core, it's about boosting the Indian Navy's air power by a lot. More firepower at sea, a wider reach, more flexibility to protect our interests, keep things stable in the Indian Ocean. It's about giving our forces the tools they need in a pretty complex security environment.
And thinking long term, beyond this deal, what does this mean for India's future in defense? We know we're aiming for more homegrown technology, right?
Absolutely. We can't look at this in isolation. India's got this long-term goal of self-reliance. The DRDO, they're already working on fifth-generation fighters. There's even a naval version of the AMCA, the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, in development. That's the future, being able to build our own cutting-edge jets.
So the Rafale Marines, they're a big deal now, but the ultimate goal is to design, build, make those jets right here in India.
Right. The Rafales address a need we have now, but they can also help us down the line. We can learn from them, gain experience with advanced avionics, sensor integration, carrier operations. All that knowledge feeds into our own fighter jet programs.
Now, let's be real. Over the vast 63,000 crore, that's a huge chunk of change. What kind of impact will this have on the economy?
It's a big investment, no question, but we have to look at the bigger picture. Those offset obligations, they're going to create jobs, especially skilled jobs, in our defense and aerospace industries. Technology transfer, partnerships, all that helps build our manufacturing base. It's an investment that goes beyond just buying jets.
It's about more than just aircraft. It's about giving our economy a boost, building up our industries, especially in a sector as important as defense.
You got it. Defense spending, when done right, it could be a driver of innovation. New technologies, new skills, all that spills over into other industries too. It's a long-term play.
So how long until we see these Rafales in action? When will they be flying with our fleet?
The best guess right now is about 5 years. Delivery should start around 2030. This kind of thing, getting these advanced systems in place, it takes time. That's pretty normal for big defense purchases.
So not immediate, but something big to look forward to. What about the jets we have now? What's happening on the carriers while we wait?
The MiG-29Ks, they'll keep flying off the Vikramaditya. Got to make sure our carrier air power is strong. But I can guarantee you, behind the scenes, there's a lot of work going on. Both carriers are getting prepped for the Rafales. Upgrading infrastructure, training programs for pilots and crews, logistics, the whole 9 yards.
It's a big transition for Indian naval aviation, a whole new era beginning.
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that when those Rafales arrive, they're integrated smoothly. Everything's ready to go.
So as we wrap up, what's the big takeaway here? What does this Rafale Marine deal mean for India, for our place in the world?
Strategically, it's a big step forward. It strengthens our security, gives the Navy more muscle to protect our interests, shows our commitment to peace and stability in the Indian Ocean. It's a signal, a statement that India is a serious player on the global stage.
More than just planes, it's about our place in the world, our ability to defend ourselves, to project power, to be a force for good.
Exactly. It's an investment in our security, in regional stability, in India's future.
This deep dive, it's been all about this Rafale Marine deal. It really makes you think about how nations have to balance things, right? Meeting the urgent needs, the needs we have today, while also working towards the future, that long-term goal of being self-sufficient. This is a big move for India, a sign that we're serious about our defense, serious about technology. As we finish up, what's the one thing you'd want our listeners to ponder, to think about?
I think the question now is how we use these Rafales, how we leverage their capabilities in the years to come. And at the same time, how do we make sure our own defense industries keep growing, keep innovating, so that one day we can build all this ourselves? It's about finding that balance between what we need now and the vision we have for the future. That's what will shape India's defense for years to come.